Jo, ljudi. Ajmo malo stream, što da ne. No, dude. No, new game. Sinking City. Istripana igre jako. Ćao ljudi, streamovat ćemo ovu igru, ja mislim ono, najmeni sad. Igra mi se jako, to sam da čuli to, detektivska, nešto. Jako dobro treningi. Vidite problemi. Video je sve kasno. Odigrao sam neki deo, by the way, ali spremojte ponovno za vas da vidite o čemu se radi. Pišem na njegov nedni stream, yeah, that's totally cool. Niko ne gleda, no lol. Kralj!
I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Be right back. Yo, I'm back. Sorry. Oh fuck. Okay, cool. So, welcome. Okay.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Окей, добре, tu smo sve našli. Evidence.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Now get out! At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Oh, dude. Nice suit.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure...
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
Thank you, sir.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
really have much of a market for philosophy these days.
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than...
Goodbye, thank you, sir.
Well, that's it for now, I think.
No. The pleasure...
Oh, before you go.
Don't worry about that.
Hvala. Idemo da to samo Mr. Tormenta. Oh.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. But he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the...
Another newcomer with another problem.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes...
What is Innsmouther?
I take it you're not the biggest...
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police, but now, those filthy...
So they're just... refugees?
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the... Not to mention that crime rates have...
Please forgive the question.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. My father united with a certain royal...
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people.
What makes you think you...
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what if...
Vera.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see.
Pa, ko je ovaj moj jedan korisnik što gleda, hvala ti, kralju za sve. Ne bi me čudilo da je to Anja.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found. This fisherman...
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house.
Where's the house where this...
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye.
You mentioned...
Yes. Face the house.
Yes, hvala, hvala.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather...
Find my son.
Hvala. To je flashlight, okay.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Ziggy. Moram nabaviti mom kjeru ako neki meni. Ova igra donosi puno problema.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Pogledu. Ne znam šta je gore ovdje. Ova igra je malo čudno, da vidimo što ima na spratu.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Lik koji... boli glava.
Hello?
Oh, my head.
What are you?
Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, private eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Dva korisnika trenutno gledaju. Ko ste vi? Molim vas, izjasnite se.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much.
Vas dvoje
Me,
ste
Paul,
najbitniji.
and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets.
That sounds familiar. Who are you?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was out of stock.
I'm sleepy.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already...
Who is Kay?
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsider, show some respect. Kay is our lord.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or...
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Yeah, it is.
5 cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
Yep, it is.
So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
What the shit? Šta? Okej. Drago mi je. Press T. Recognition allows you to understand events that happened in the past. Okay. Znači, imamo tu, aha. Okay.
Yeah, run! Take this, ape face.
Dobro.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Take this, ape face.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
This is... Okay. Znači ovako bi trebao taj događaj da izgleda. Ovo prvo. On tu trči. Ovo dvojka.
Take this, ape face.
I ovo je neki treći deo.
Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Sherlock Holmes. Yes.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
My head! I still hear those voices.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Dobro.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. 5 cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
Okay, you said it.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what it is.
Grimnar, Nehri, Grimnar, Gebheil, Nugulinarhaft.
Okay.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Let's see what you find.
It'd take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Ja tu trebam da idem.
Got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eating.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure. Welcome to Under the Keel.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Story cops.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Ok. Šta imamo? Casebook. Ovo su nam caseovi. Dobro, Albert Throgmorton was dangerous. Bidu. Okay. Fuck. Casebook. Mine Palace. Oh fuck. Dude. So. Man.
I gave you clear
Did I not?
instructions.
O, evo ga.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Well, this is the storage room. Warehouse. Ovdje se nešto desiti.
There's something in the pocket.
Dobro.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have gotten far. The door won't budge.
Oh shit. Delton.
Fatal line through the forehead. That's no accident.
Ko si ti? Oh shit. Umro je sin od ovog Tormunda. Ape-a. Fuck. Šta je ovo? Šta je ovo? Lik je umro sin, for fuck's sake.
Mr. Throgmorton.
What? I don't have
Some unusual...
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few...
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible.
Mr. Throgmorton.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no,
Yes.
no. I don't believe it. No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilled for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it.
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued...
Lewis it is.
Turns out you were right.
Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rue the day they dared lay a finger. Bring me that dirtbag, Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning.
Yes, I'm sorry. Mind Palace. Nah, fuck. Mind Palace. Albert was murdered. To nam ništa ne znači. No, sorry, thank.
Hey. No, how Mr. Carpenter's food get away with this darn
monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn.
Yeah. Even if I...
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to
rock. That would explain.
So,
he's upstairs.
Smart man. I've seen some unsettling
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky they arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea.
And
if it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you remember, better to be a coward and live.
Bye.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning.
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
What kind of... why do you're...
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different?
No.
Innsmouthers...
The things... one might start to wonder...
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine.
I know, Anya. I know, Anya.
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs.
You mentioned a
So you're...
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Anya.
People are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld. The Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
Yes.
I won't tell him. Everyone seems to agree there's been an outbreak of madness around these parts. Plus, that seems hard. That said, the port's still closed.
Hide here, I guess. Don't have a choice.
I'll make something up to tell Throgmorton.
Thank you again, sir.
Oh, shit.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Shit. A nie, jest czułem dovoljno dobro. I am... Prediksi! I know, Anya, I know.
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things. Probably it was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood.
Are you certain the
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me.
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. Above, so below. So I sent...
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them as...
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant. Drowned street...
Her words exactly. She proposed...
You mentioned the flood.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened?
Has your expedition...
I do not know. Albert was part of it.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered...
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert...
It does sound suspicious. If
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters.
That's all you can...
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more...
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparation. When you've finished, come see me at the...
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include...
bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood.
Što mi lik dao svega? New case. nisam ja metko. Nice. Pretih si! Danja, znam, 3 ujutru je naravno da sam pretih, ono svi spavaju. Niko ne gleda ovo sranje od gameplaya. Naravno, tu si ti jedina budna pa ćeš opet probudit se u 4 pospodne. Ja isto naravno. Moram da spavam. Holy shit. Ljudi moji, 3 ujutro je. 3 ujutro je, ja da rešavam neke misterije.
Never again, they say.
Moram ići da spavam, for fuck's sake. Okej, uzet ću ovo. Holy shit, this look good.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Oh, la la la.
The door won't budge.
Ljudi, jako mi je žao, ali sklapa mi se